Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video I'm going to be sharing my filming equipment, setup, everything from cameras to lighting to microphone to editing softwares, all that good stuff I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video. So if you'd like to see how I film, what I use, keep on watching. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Sarah and your favorite auntie. Yeah, that's me. And today's video I'm going to be talking about my filming setup, all that good stuff. So I've broken down this video into parts so that I don't forget any parts, and also so that I don't skip any important thing. I've been wanting to do this kind of video for a long time, just to help up and coming creators or people that look up to me, or what does she use. And also a few people have been asking me on Instagram, what do you use, what quality, blah blah blah. So I'm going to be answering everything in this video. Yeah, so you need to get a pen and a paper, a bottle of drink, because this video is going to be quite lengthy and it's also going to be quite in-depth, so that you just don't mix up things. So yeah, let's get right into it. The first thing I want to say is your mindset. You can give to people the same resources, the same equipment, and the results will be different, because the creative mind works differently to different people. Your results, like I know a lot of creators that film with the exact same camera and lens, and we don't have the same kind of results because we just see things differently. So you don't need to come on here and just go and buy everything I listed in the hopes that this is the result you want. It might not be that way, it might be even better, you know what I mean. So your mindset needs to change, that it's not by equipment per se, but it is by equipment to give you quality. Yeah, but I hope you get the drift. So the first thing I want to talk about is the background. Guys, white walls are the future. Like, just paint your room white or your space white, or use a white backdrop. It gives you a blank canvas to start with, especially when you want to color grade or add a filter. You kind of see things more true to tone. Like, this is my third apartment since I moved out of my parents' house. My first one, I painted it cream, and my skin tone always looked very orangey. My next apartment, I painted it gray because I thought, okay, I can't maintain white, so let me just do a light gray. My skin tone was looking very bluish, so just paint it white, especially if you do makeup or beauty videos, so that your foundations look true to tone, your powders look true to tone on your skin. Trust me. Also, white helps to bounce light around. Like, you won't believe that I only have one lighting in front of me, and the resulting illumination is just because my ceiling, my walls are all white, right? So next thing I want to talk about is lighting. Most of these lights kind of overheats or make you sweat. So if you don't have like a huge space, try and minimize the number of lights that you bring into the space. You don't want to be sweating and dabbing. You don't want your room to be cluster filled or your space to be cluster filled. I'm saying room because I feel like my audience were all up and coming, probably filming in your room, that kind of vibe. You don't want your space to, because tripods, they're kind of massive, if you know what I mean. I use one ring light in front of myself. I'm just trying to show you guys. That's my camera and myself here. So one ring light helps me to get the job done, and it illuminates my face. Okay, let me show you what it is without the ring light, guys. Look how dark my video is, but you can still tell that my walls are white. I would need to like bump up maybe my exposure to accommodate for the loss of light. And this is what we have with no light, but you see that there is shadow and all that showing. So if, yeah, not so good, right? So I'm going to go back to what I was doing before. My ring light is back on, and this is what we have. Like, you can just see the difference. So lighting is like so important, guys. Lighting is important, don't get it twisted, okay? Above me I have 3 12-watt spotlights, so that is coming from the ceiling. Above me I have 3 spotlights, 12 watts, so that is like illuminating the room, the back, top of my head. So light is, you know, coming from all angles of my room right now, okay? Another thing I wanted to add in the lighting department, I barely use it because my table always has so much, my laptop, my makeup. If I'm talking about certain things, they will be on my table, so it's quite difficult to set this up. This is a reflector dish, right? And I think I made a mistake of just buying what one of my favorite influencers was using, and it was 80 cm. I think it comes from like 50 cm to like 110. When I first started, I used to be able to prop this underneath me, and it would kind of give me a glow, reflect the light under me. You see what it's doing? Let me show you without it. You see that light here is gone. So this was like a good reflecting, it can reflect, see, even if I put it by my side here, I get a glow. You can see what I'm saying, like there's a glow coming. So if you have space, figure out how to use a reflector to throw light to your face, and trust me, your videos will be so bomb. Like, your videos will be so bomb. Oh my god. Now that I'm thinking of it, I want to put this reflector on one of my spare tripods so that it just gives me, do you guys see what it's doing? It's down, it's up, and there's this golden glow coming from this side. So you may not want to put it to one side, you may want to put it underneath you so it illuminates your face. I need to work on what this reflector is doing. You guys see the difference? If you're a beauty guru, if you're a hair guru, it would be good to add a reflector to just give you that warm golden glow, glass finish skin. But it's just such a huge apparatus that it kind of makes everywhere clustered up for me. So mentally, I can't always have it on, but it's a good investment, and it's very cheap. I think it's less than 10,000 naira. It's actually very cheap. So if you have just one light, play around with the reflector and you would get great results. So moving on from lighting to the star of the show. Actually, every part of this video is important and vital, but let's talk about cameras. I find Canon very beginner friendly, and it's also easier to be able to move between one brand. Like, lenses would fit multiple cameras within the brand. Yeah, so it's easier to stick to a brand, not limit yourself, because I also have a Sony camera for vlogs, but it's easier to commit to a brand. If it's Nikon, if it's Sony, if it's Panasonic, and then you can move around body frames and stick to lenses, because lenses almost never change. It's a body that changes. Also, with technology now, there are lens adapters, so you can fit any lens to any body eventually. So don't get limited by the brand name. Oh my god, I need Canon, I need Sony. I just find that Canon and Sony are quite easy to understand and popular, so their parts, batteries and stuff are easily available compared to other brands, if that makes sense. Yeah. I currently use a Canon M50 Mark 1 to film. This camera was launched in 2018. I got it 2018 December, November-ish. So same year. Since then, I think they've done Mark 2. Obviously, they've worked on possibly some issues that I don't yet know about, but they've improved the Mark 1 to the Mark 2. So you probably won't find Mark 1 in the market, except it is pre-owned, kind of used. So this camera is a good, great beginner-friendly camera. If I remember correctly, it was around $700 at the time. With the exchange rate, it was about 240,000 naira. Now it's over 400 because naira keeps stupid. Okay, so the camera has a flip screen. It's actually very lightweight. So for those that used to use the 600D, the 700D, this is way lighter than that, but still has the same build. It has an interchangeable lens format. It has a flip out screen, so you can see yourself while filming, but you know, I'm short-sighted, so I have to mirror it to my laptop, which is closer to me, but you can see yourself while filming. It has mic jack, it's got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, flashlights, HDMI ports. You know, really good, great camera overall. I think the megapixel is 21 or 18, or 24, something really high there. So it's really good. Now I need to tell you that a good camera, the body is great, but the icing on the cake, the icing is the lens. And I learned this the hard way. I just thought, oh my god, get a camera and your videos would be wow. I was wrong. I had to now research. So I got this with the kit lens and the quality wasn't really giving anything vroom. Obviously, it will give you better than an iPhone quality. It wasn't giving you anything vroom. So I started researching, and every beauty YouTuber at the time, I was doing a lot of makeup tutorials and hair tutorials. Every beauty YouTuber was using the Nifty 50. That's the 50mm 1.8. So without thinking, I went and bought it, but I had issues with that lens because 50mm is a really cropped frame, so it will literally just show from like here to here if you don't have at least a 2.5 meter clearance space to back up the camera. So with my 50mm, let me try and imitate what I was getting. This is what I would get. My 50mm, same lighting, I'll just be more zoomed in. After that, I did my research. I needed something with a more wider range, right? A more wider focal length, if that makes sense. So a lot of people were telling me 35mm 1.4, but 35mm 1.4 is like $600, and the immediate next wide range, which is 30mm, was like $300. So I said, because of 5mm difference, so I bought 30mm 1.4, and that is what I'm filming with now. It gives me a much wider frame. Like, it's good for like sit down videos, chit chats, vlogs, if you don't need to zoom in and out. So I'm not saying the kit lens is bad, I just mean that you need to know your content you're filming to know what appropriate lens to buy for it. And if you can afford a lens that offers multiple focal lengths, say a lens that is like 18 to 55 and also has a small f-stop or aperture, say like a 1.2 to 3.5, 18 to 35 or 18 to 55, you would have more range. But the lenses I have, aside my initial kit lens, they're fixed, so I can't zoom in or out with the lens. I either move closer or I move the camera closer to myself. Yeah, so on lenses, there are two numbers you need to take into consideration: the aperture or the f-stop number and the focal length number, right? The f-stop number, the lower the f-stop number, the wider the opening is and the more light it will let in. So a 1.2 lens is going to give you more light or a brighter video and a more blurry bokeh effect. You can see that my plant is blurred, so I'm using a 1.4 30mm. So a 1.8 50mm will give you less light in because of the higher f-stop. Now focal length on the other hand, that's a number that is like 10, 30, 50, 85, 100. The higher the focal length number, the more cropped your view is going to be. Okay, so for vloggers from 10, if you're vlogging like travel and stuff, 10, 16, so that you can capture like beach views and sunsets and all that, and hiking. For like sit downs and try on hauls, from like 24 to about 35, so you can capture your full body height in frame. And then for like beauty videos, from 35 to like 50 is good enough, because it would really crop like your head to like upper chest area. Like you don't need to show your boobs much. So you need to understand your content to be able to pick the right lens for you. And also for lenses, you need to understand that there are also two categories. There are fixed lenses and there are zoom lenses. Fixed lens will only offer you one focal length, while zoom lenses offer you multiple focal lengths, and they tend to be more expensive than fixed lenses. I want to talk about microphones. The easiest microphone out there and cheapest microphone out there is the lapel Boya mic. I think it's about 9,000 naira here in Nigeria, maybe like $16 thereabouts on Amazon. This is my second one in over 3 years, and it's like a long rope. It's all tangled up. This is my old one, but it's quite a length of rope. But I only recommend this for sit down videos or voiceovers, because if you're vlogging or you're filming hauls, to unclip this and then take it off and change your outfits, or to be walking around with this skipping rope kind of thing, like the rope is really long, guys, might be messy, and then you may forget to turn it on or off if you keep removing it, change your outfit. So then I recommend like a shotgun type of mic. It's fixed, but then the problem with this is that it's good for vlogs, because most times your camera is in your face when you're vlogging, so it picks up the audio well. Like this one is picking up the audio from here, right? But if you're doing try on hauls or if you're doing sit down videos with this one, it's supposed to be mounted on top of your camera. It would pick up a lot of the background noise as well. An alternative to that is possibly getting a tripod, a clamp for it, so that it brings this mic closer to your mouth where the sound is coming from. But again, lapel mics if you're doing sit down videos, tutorials, and shotgun mics that can be mounted on your camera if you're doing vlogs and try on hauls. Next thing, you need to have an array of SD cards. Guys, I have like 4 or 5 SD cards, and I keep them in this wallet, SD card wallet. It has like 3 loopholes. I have like storage is one thing you never want to compromise on as a creator. I have hard drives. I have 2 laptops. These are my hard drives. I have Seagate. I think I like this brand. So yeah, I back up my content in case you want to repurpose, in case you know your content is not approved yet. Just back up so that you don't lose footage of what you filmed. Laptop I use now, I use my Asus Core i7 7th generation laptop. At the time I got it, it was I think 5 years ago. It's a gaming laptop, but you don't really need a gaming laptop, right? But videos, rendering videos, editing videos are quite heavy, so you need a laptop that has like a graphics formatting or formation on it, right? I'm an architect, so I have this gaming laptop, right? But you don't need to get, because it's quite pricey. At the time I got it, it was about 400k 5 years ago, so now it's probably going to be $1 million or over $1 million. I also recently have got the MacBook Pro, so I'm trying to navigate moving to that. But I feel like you can start with what you have. You can also edit on your iPad, on your iPhone, like use anything you have basically. But laptop is important. Yeah. Another thing that I recommend, especially for my short-sighted babes, I know I'm here for you guys, is a tethering cord. It's a cord, you see that yellow cord? So I connect it from my camera and I connect it to my laptop here. So then I download an app from the Canon website, which is called the Canon EOS utility, and it enables me to use through the app my laptop as a viewfinder, and I can like change settings here and all that. Do you understand? So if you can't really see your viewfinder, you're not sure whether you look sharp, whether the contrast is great, whether the lighting is great, it's a good investment to buy a tethering cord. Connect your camera